Hello. Um, I've recently been feeling not that sick, as in like not that great. And I realized this. I think it's because I sort of somewhere along the way started thinking that I'm not good enough. Um, and I think that came from somehow just getting into a relationship. Like I used to think that being somewhat insecure is just natural. Everyone's insecure or something, and that's sick because it's just the human experience. It's just everyone's incomplete and imperfect, and it's like once you accept that, then your life's great. But I think I've accepted it, and it's not that great because like I feel like it's a cumulative thing. I've just slowly been getting more and more bothered about things in my life that I could fix. I could fix. There's a fact I could fix that. Um, but I'm not, or it's going too slowly, and I'm just reminded of it in every little interaction, like little things like I'm not interesting or I'm not funny or I'm not tall enough or I'm not like good looking enough. And it's like some of it stems from being in a relationship because you sort of start getting jealous over someone else and then you're thinking, am I even good enough for them to stay in it? And it's I got painfully aware of it a few days ago. I was at the pub with my girlfriend and her sister and her sister's boyfriend. And I was actually really nervous. It's the first time I met her sister, and I've heard so much about her, and I just didn't know how to be. How was I going to be a normal human being? How was I meant to make a good impression? And like those three had hung out a bunch of times before, like because it's like he had been with like my girlfriend's sister for like 2 years now, and they've been on family holidays, and it's like and like those two are like 21. They've just left uni. Do you know what I mean? And I was almost like looking to him try like copy him in a way, because I was like, because it's like he was making the whole table laugh. It was great. It was charming. He was funny. I just couldn't manage. Like I was so painfully aware of how boring I was being, and I so desperately want to hang out with him again, just to prove like, oh yeah, no, I'm interesting. I'm funny, and it's I don't know if that's pathetic or not. I don't know, but I was kind of jealous of him as well. He was taller than me. He was more buff than me. He was actually I don't know. He was so nice though. It was great. Yeah, but it made me realize like I don't have to be him just to be I kind of like accepted, why do I think that I've got to be just like how he was being just to what I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's why did I even think I should have been like him? Because I mean, yeah, because he was making people laugh, and I wanted to make my girlfriend's sister laugh because that would have been a good impression. Um, I mean, to be fair, my girlfriend she told me afterwards, that yeah, I think I don't want to say anyone's names and stuff like that. Um, the guy that I'm on about, he's like great with her family just because he's so outgoing, and it's like, is that the standard to be? Like, is that what I should? Is outgoing just the best human attribute? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, is that what I should be, or can I just be what I naturally am, which isn't extremely outgoing? I mean, I guess I'm funny with some people. Do you know what I mean? Um, but another like more important thing is like, how do I know? I don't know how to like navigate this whole relationship thing because it's how do you know when you should still be with someone? Is it when they're doing you some good, or is it when you still love them? Because sometimes I think I'm with her and I do love her, but then I don't know. It's like I'm not feeling too great in it, so I don't know. Gonna have to navigate that one because but I think a lot of that's self-inflicted. I've just been so I've been overthinking so much recently. I've just had exams. Those finished ages ago. But I like my family don't go abroad enough like that. I've just been and I've been waiting for like to start my job, which I haven't fucking been able to start because of the stupid passport shit that should be sorted soon. But so I've just been sat at home doing nothing, and like she's been on a holiday. She's like, and all my friends are like abroad, but all her mates are still here. So like, she's like actually having quite a good summer right now. And like she's like the only person left in England that's like I know. So it's like I don't want to hang out with her. Um, but it's like she's obviously got other stuff to do. So I think part of that is just me probably thinking about her more than I probably should be. Where I'm kind of just there's a trade deficit between us. Um, so that yeah, that's on me. And it's also the case where like she's going uni in Warwick and I'm going to London. It's like sometimes I think, what's the point of still doing this? But I still could never break up with her because I do like love her. Do you know what I mean? But before I got into a relationship, I always used to think, oh, what's the point of like being with someone if you know you're never gonna like be with them long term? And it's now I realize it's actually difficult. It's because you can love someone and know you're not gonna stay with them. Um, and that complicates the whole thing. And it's just sort of like it's like that whole discussion in like philosophy. Like if you can like if knowledge comes from like reason or from experience. And I'm on the experience side to be honest. Experience is probably the best tutor. Um, yeah, I don't really know what this video is too much about. I just wanted to talk. Uh, yeah. Um, but apart from that, this whole relationship being a bit of an issue in my life, it's probably like the best thing in my life. Um, 'Cause I don't really care about too much else. Like I don't really, because this girl, she reapplied to the same place, uni wise, and she didn't get into the place I got into, and I was like, and she said she was gonna reapply anyway, and I was like, I will take a gap year and just stay in Nottingham with you if you want, and I was willing to do that. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I care about. I don't care too much about getting a crazy high paying job or going to uni when I'm meant to be going. I can go a year later. I don't really care. Um, there's not much else I care about other than like kind of like people in a way. Like I care about my friends a lot and like being with someone, in a way. Like, I'd want to make this thing work. Um, and I think I'd probably shamefully or unshamefully, I don't know, but I'd probably put that top priority, just people in my life, and then everything else comes secondary. I think I don't. I would sacrifice all the stuff below it just to succeed in that first category. And one thing is I don't think she's the same, to be honest. Which again, another trade deficit. But I don't know how to navigate this. I probably wouldn't marry her. You know what I mean? I mean, I'd want to, but it probably won't work out. She can go different uni. Um, I don't know. I mean, I told my sister about this, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's so sad. How are you not sad about that?" I mean, I am, but sometimes I think maybe it's like easier this way, just because what if we ended up going to the same uni and it just didn't work anyway? And in a way, like, what if we go to different unis and just become different people as we obviously would, and then we get with each other along the way, and it's great because we're two different people now and probably better people, because experience like adversity makes people stronger. It's like whole new experiences, and I think I don't know how. Um, Actually, no, I can't say that. I was gonna actually no, I should. I mean, I was gonna say like maybe it might do some good as well to maybe in a way like kind of like get more experience because I feel like she's more like scared of stuff, and wish she wasn't, because if she wasn't so scared, she might have taken this gap year, and we would have been kind of great. Um, yeah, that'd have been nice. Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of sick the fact that I met her, some of her family. Thought it was getting a bit more serious. But I thought I made such a shit impression because not just because I thought I was boring, but it's like I was pretty like not that interesting, but I was also so pissed, like as in like drunk, so pissed. I had like because we started off with like one beer, I finished that like so quickly, and then the rest of them had barely drank it, and I thought "Fuck, I look like an idiot. Um, And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna just order another one, just because like we're gonna get a couple down anyway. Um, so I have one beer, then I get a rum and coke, a double rum and coke, and then they've not finished theirs, but then eventually they go get some, and then by the time they come back, I finish my second drink. And then we go to the next place. We go to another Spoons. And then I get another beer. No, no, we actually no, we have shots. Then I get another beer. I finish that, and then I get another drink. And I think I got another drink after that. And I think they only had like three maximum. And I thought I need to get like pissed, but I think it did help near the end. It's like it's going alright. But like when I asked her how I was, as in like what her sister and her boyfriend said, they didn't say much. You know what I mean? It's like, and is that worse than them saying I was shit? 'Cause it's like, oh, I just made no impression, which is horrific. Horrific. I just spent like 4 or 5 hours with these people, and all they said was that I was nice. Um, and actually, what was the word they used? Unmeaningly. No. What's the word when you're like funny but by accident? Yeah, just yeah, funny by accident. That's what they were saying. Which is maybe that's all right. Because I mean, we was playing cards, and I'm just terrible at cards. I don't play cards often. So I was just shit. I was just so bad. Um, yeah. I mean, that was nice, I guess. I'd want to see them again though. But I need to get a life, to be honest, because I'm like straight unemployed life right now, just doing nothing all day, every day, doing nothing. So I need to like kind of get my if I don't start doing something pretty soon, that this relationship's gonna go like this because it's bad. Because I'm not in a good place either. Do you know what I mean? It's like um, and it's like if one person's kind of relying on another person, that's never gonna work. And I wouldn't even want to be in something like that. I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah, yeah. Don't know what else to talk about. Got a lot of stuff to say actually. To be fair, this whole few weeks, 3 weeks of me like finishing exams and not really having done anything in between that has just taught me to never be unemployed. I swear I'll kill myself. I really swear I probably will have to if I am ever unemployed and just doing nothing because I will kill myself. I can't like I swear I'm just going crazy every day. I'm just like thinking so much about like because I hated school, but I still went and I tried to skip it as much as I could have. But it was kind of great just because um it gave me something to think of, like all this energy in my head. It gave me something to think about, stuff to like put my energy towards, like project it outwards. Because even if I was bored in class, I was thinking about something that I've heard in class in RE, and I'm just like, oh yeah, and it's like it was a great creative thing. I thought because yeah, and it's like I always thought in school, oh, once I get into summer, I'm gonna start reading a ton, and I'm gonna like write my own book, and I'm gonna do all this shit, um, I'm gonna learn French, and it's like I've not done any of it because it's like I'm being oppressed by unstructured time. I've got so much time on my hands, I can't be bothered to do anything with it, and it's like, and instead of projecting all the energy outwards, how I dreamed of, it's all being like thrown back into my brain, swirling around, hitting all the walls inside my head, just giving myself a headache about stuff that don't matter. Um, Kind of reminds me of my dad because he's like part-time work and he's like at home a lot, and he cares about the most dumbest stuff, and it's like I I so get him now because it's like when you have nothing to do, you're just thinking about nothing. Getting yourself worked up about nothing, things that don't even exist. Like this is embarrassing, but it's like my girlfriend went to Portugal or something like that, and she didn't even have Wi-Fi. I just assumed she was ignoring me, so I was like, for a split second, I was thinking, did she even go to Portugal? Was she lying about that? What the fuck is wrong with me? Why would I think that she was lying about going to another country? Who do I think I am? Like, who do I think she is? Do you know what I mean? And one time I wanted to come around to my house, um, And she was like, I've got tonsillitis. And I just immediately I just assume she's lying. Why do I assume she's lying? She's okay, maybe she's okay, she's lied about a couple of things in the past, but she's not really a liar, do you know what I mean? I'm just such a I'm just overthinking it, do you know what I mean? Um, which is something I need to work on, but I don't know how to work on it. I remember hearing the quote, oh yeah, um, what is it again? It's like, oh yeah, solving half of the problem is just realizing the problem in its whole. And it's like, okay, I've realized it. I feel like maybe I've done all the heavy lifting, but now what do I do? How do I get rid of this? Do you know what I mean? But I think I made a video on this like a year ago. I mean, I don't watch these back, but I just remember doing it and saying it. But I think this is partly why I'm making this video. I think I need to put it into like put because it's all this. I think of it just as energy in my head, and I think I need to put it into something creative. But to do that, I need to be bothered and kind of structure my own time because I live off structure. If I don't have a job or a school to do, um, I just turn into a bum, and it's so depressing. I feel so lonely all day, every day. It's like the time goes so slowly. I'm trying to nap just to make time go on, and I've not done that since I was like 14. Um, yeah, like that's great. Do you know what I mean? And I started 4 books. I was ambitious at the start of summer. I just like barely got into any of them. Like, okay, to be fair, I'm not okay. I think I'm like 60 pages into this one, Faust by Goethe. I actually really enjoyed this book, and it's purely out of sloth that I've not been reading it. I think I'm like 50 as well into this one. Or is it 61 into Huey P. Newton's book about revolutionary suicide? He's actually pretty sick. And then I'm not going to grab them, but there's 2 books over there. Poor People by Dostoevsky, which she gave me, and I've just so sure I've not even gotten into like the 5th chapter. And then a book on Rome. I'm obsessed with Rome. I'll probably make a video on that. So so into Rome right now, and Hannibal and Carthage. And I'll probably get into like the Scythians, you know, Alexander the Great and stuff like that eventually. I mean, sometimes I think I should have done like a history degree because I've been pretty sick doing a history degree. Um, but I find history pretty boring. Like, as in like not history boring, but like the essays. 'Cause I did history A level, and I don't know, it was like they didn't make me think at all. It was just memory, just memorize stuff. You put it down and you get marks, and it was just so like that's I kind of like RE and English more. Like because if you get a good question and you like it, it's just fun. It's just fun to do. Um, yeah, enjoyed that. Heard that. To that, I've been so lonely. I've been just binge watching MSSP, Matt and Shane Secret Podcast. It's just so sick. I think people like podcasts like that because it's like it kind of just simulates just having friends. Like it's because it's just them two talking, like literally just talking about nothing, like just joking about they make like the shit like jokes you can't really say. Do you know what I mean? But it's like they'll make them, and it's the ones you'd say with your mates, and it's just good. It's funny. It's usually funny because I think they've come to a level now where they can talk and have laughter without even thinking about the camera, which is nice. Um, yeah, I don't think I could ever do that though, like that kind of podcasting though, because I'm not, I probably can't. I can do this though. I can just talk to myself. That's all I do some days. I just talk to myself for ages. Um, Actually, no. I do this really pathetic thing. I'll like pretend like I'm talking to people, but in my head. But no, no. But like it'll be like blown conversations where the other person is saying stuff and I reply to it. Um, and I don't. I kind of actually enjoy it. There's like something about it where I'm getting like a release in a way. Um, but I get how that is probably a bit weird. Um, Probably pretty lonely as well. But it's fine. Um, I feel good when I write shit down though, on like in like a journal and stuff like that. Might start writing stories again. That was fun. Um, But when and whatever, like it's like whatever you write, you just think it's shit. So you always, I don't know, I always like end up deleting it, and it's like it's gone forever. Um, but I heard a good way to learn how to write is you just copy out full blown books. You just type it all out, and you get a familiarity with all that cadence and stuff. So I might start doing that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye bye.